Bears last stand to Saban's empire. We built the league, broke the mold, and rewrote the code. Crimson Tide, unstoppable, undeniable, untouchable. 7-9 champs, goal line stand. Barry Cross made Penn State fold their hand. Chile ran, Ogilvie danced. Sugar Bowl glory, banner advance. Ray Perkins brought Bennett's wrath. 3-time All-American cleared the path. Bill Curry's crew, Siren Stacy's fire. Deep Steve Crown, Crimson never tired. Gene Stallings, 9-2 reign. Teague stripped Miami, left them in pain. Jay Barker, Lassick, Odin Tide. Langham locked down, Thorpe took flight. And we're nothing but a winner. The best to ever do it. Crimson Tide rolls deep. No one can outdo it. Built for the lights, bred for the fight. We don't chase greatness, we define it right.
Hey man, hey, well, hey. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy came around 12:25. Joy came back around 12:45 today. I was like, man, what happened? As I was trying to put everything back in perspective, I said, man, we played the Iron Bowl last week. You know, people talking about you're going to take it easy, going to go in this game. We're not going to penalize you for losing this game. That's what they've been preaching since last year. You're not going to be penalized for losing this game. It's just not. It's not going to happen. You know, we're going to be man, but here's the thing. You still got to go out and play a good game. And they didn't play a good game. And they got punished. They got punished on the field for it. But what happened? What happened today when they rolled the numbers out? Alabama was still number 9. Alabama was still number 9. Why was Alabama number 9? I mean, I thought we would come in at 12. I thought we would come in at 11. I thought 65, 75% chance of not coming in at all. They were at number 9. So why did we play this game yesterday? We could have won the game and lost a player. Could have lost a quarterback. Could have lost a running back with the win. So could have Georgia. So could all these other teams out. Why are these games being played? Yeah, because the season is over. Regular season, we 10-2. Ugly loss to FSU. Judge me. Why is that game played? That is so crazy. It's really interesting. Well, we know playoffs are tough, but it's very interesting because last year, let me share this referral link real quick. But it's very interesting that last year, if anybody will come through, you got a comment. I don't think we can. The bandwidth may not take your camera being on, but it's very interesting that last year, I think all those conference champions, they lost their first game or something like that, or they all got put out. And the people that won were the people that's like sitting in the catbird seat, like I would say Ole Miss, but we're going to skip over them real quick. And they still may do it. Maybe, what is it, Pete Golden? Maybe he comes in there and he says, oh, yeah, it's 4th and 2 from our 38. We're going to go ahead and punt the ball. And they win a national championship. But the people that were in the cap, but Oregon won the championship, won their Big Ten championship last year and did nothing when it came up. Oh, coming in, I got a great American coming in right now. PhD at the game last. First PhD, I'm gonna bring you in real quick. PhD, glad to have you. I think it's your first time. I haven't had many guests on here, but anyway, no, it's your first time in. The first thing I want to just block out today. Block out. What is this? December the 7th. Take me back to December 6th at about, let me see, the game started at about 4 o'clock. Take me to about 5:25. What were your thoughts?
Okay, first of all, hi tight. 5:25. Can I take you back at a little bit after 4 o'clock? How
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
yeah. That's fine.
Oh,
Just start.
okay.
Whatever you want to do, just tell me about your Saturday, your most
Because
recent Saturday.
you're
You
going
start at
way
breakfast
too
if you
far
want to.
ahead.
You can start at breakfast if you want to. We got
Yeah,
time.
you're going way too far ahead.
Right. Matter of fact, let me
So,
hold on. Let me dust off this couch real quick. So you, yeah. So it's bad when you got to put the PhD on the couch. Let me get that dust off that couch. Go on, lay on down, kick your feet up, and tell me what you was thinking yesterday.
uh, so I got up yesterday, took a nice little drive from Alabama to the ATL. Nice atmosphere, whatever, yesterday. Got down there, not to the stadium though. We went
Right.
to the Fan Fest, my friends and
Oh,
I.
yeah, that's great. Yeah.
About 2 o'clock. Really nice. And we head on over with the rest of the crowd over to the stadium.
All right.
It
Everybody's
was
fired up.
Everybody was fired up, ready to go, roll tide in, roll tide, all of that.
Number
And
one.
then game started, band
Okay.
sounded great, and then the game started. I don't know what to say. It was I I said now, I will say this. For weeks, I've been saying our offense is not doing what it needs to do. But I've been hearing some people, including you, yeah, but they've done this thing right, that thing right. I'm like, I hear that, but you got to look holistically. You got to look at the bigger picture. Our
Okay.
defense cannot carry us winning at
No,
all. That's not going to happen.
never.
Nah, because look what happened in the Iron Bowl, squeaked by. Okay. Look what happened, Oklahoma, which was our homecoming, by the way. I look back at that game because now we play Oklahoma in the playoff. We got. Oh, we'll talk about the
They on
playoffs
the
in a
six.
minute.
They on the
Yeah,
six. They on
yeah,
the
we're gonna
six.
say in the six. But I'm just looking at the stats. Let me say this: sitting in Mercedes-Benz Stadium yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
looking at the stats for the defense on both teams, even relatively
Right.
same. Offense, I have never, that I can recall in my 36 years of being an Alabama fan, seeing
Mm-hmm.
point 0.8 for rush yards. I said, what is point 0.8? I had to look at it again. I had my glasses on. Point 0.8. Then my
Eight.
friend, he goes,
You,
well,
you mean 80? I'm not here. Are you saying
no, no, no,
80?
no, 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 no.
Huh?
Point 0.8
You
rush
saying
yard.
you saying you saying 108?
No, 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 no. Are your headphones not working well?
I think I say it
Point
one more time.
Point
Point.
0.8. Point 0.8.
Point
Point
8.
0.8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
got you. That's pretty
Okay.
terrible. Yeah.
So then my friend goes, oh, well, he calls me Doc. Oh, look,
Mm.
we're now at 0.1. I said, I'll be dog. I was like, this is crazy.
Oh God, I gotta give it.
And so you're looking at the offense stats on the huge screens up there at
Mhm.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you're going,
Oh, they put that up for
what?
everybody to see.
For everybody to see.
It wasn't no secret.
No, 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 no.
Like-
It was no secret. Right.
Not a secret.
Okay. So I all throughout the day I had to
I don't
be
know how you did it.
calm.
I don't know how you did it.
I will say this. I was so down yesterday that
Mm.
we left. I was real I'm trying to recall when I have ever felt that down watching an Alabama game.
Mm.
And
And we
I
done
was
lost some
very
Iron Bowls and some championships.
I know,
And
but
you have you been to a
I'm
championship game when
I'm
we
gonna be
lost?
honest with you, Ty. I can't recall I mean, it took me up until I got back home today to really start to recover. Honestly, probably started to recover better when I saw the playoffs show. It
Mm.
was we
Yeah, it probably carried over that long. Yeah.
so watching that game yesterday, it was I'm going. if I could jump from where I was, or not jump because I was too high,
I was
like
about to say,
literally
I know what you
hurry
said.
up and rush
Whoop.
down because and go down to talk to Grub,
Okay.
I would have been on national TV. They would have
Hey,
been like,
man.
you see people rush the field and then
Yeah,
the security got to come.
You was
But
about
see,
to-
I'm
you-
a woman, and I'm very petite, so they might have had some empathy on me.
I think you would have got around a lot of people.
I would have, yeah, because that's the thing too about being petite. You can get through spaces and
Yeah, you
stuff
can
without
get through
people
some spaces.
seeing you.
Them
I was,
big, they clumsy. They got loose pants on them, loose
I
dockers.
was going after Grub.
Oh
I was
my
going
God.
after Grub because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, for weeks, you are not using the run game. I mean, third downs. How many times are we 3rd and 2? Not just talking about yesterday.
Ty got to go to arm.
Weeks before. Well, okay, now come on now, Ty. That's the other irritant is you don't run. Okay, now they want to talk about injuries. Shoot, Georgia had injuries too. I get
They had
Jam
people
Miller.
that were hurt. Oh my goodness, shocking.
When Jam got hurt last week, I said,
Right.
we have to prepare that he's not going to play
Right.
yesterday. I mean, honestly, right? He was on crutches.
Yes.
So but again, weeks 3 and 2, we can't even capitalize on our third downs. And then you did that yesterday. And then we had, what was it? The 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Why are you throwing the ball toward the sideline? If the guy caught it, it would have been incomplete because it would have been out of bounds. I don't understand what Grub is doing when we get to these 3 and 2, 3rd down and 2, and you don't run. You're throwing the ball. You're passing the ball.
Yeah.
For 3 quarters, maybe.
And Alabama, by the way, I'm gonna mention that we're talking about the University of Alabama, by the way.
Right. Where's our run game? I'm talking to the 2 people I'm with.
Right.
And we're asking, going, have we even crossed over the 50-yard line yet? And I think we were having that conversation in the 3rd quarter.
And a lot of people, and like I had DC even reminded me today, say, they were talking about it when he was watching the game. It was like, I think a Georgia fan told him, said, man, I think y'all loosened them up for us last week. And, we know the SEC championship is right after the Iron Bowl. Iron Bowls is grueling game. But yesterday, we didn't care. I care today, but yesterday I was like, so that's your job. And people have done more for less publicly disclosed compensation. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you play the Iron Bowl, then you do greater things after the Iron Bowl. But I get it. But it almost seemed like somebody told him, like, hey, y'all, don't worry about this game. We're good. We're good. Trust me, we're good. Now, if somebody did say something like that, or somebody intimated that was going to be the case, shame on them, because 21-point loss is ridiculous. There's a lot of Alabama podcasters that have been saying they don't want to go with this team to the playoffs, or they don't deserve to go. This is embarrassing. I even kind of thought, like, man, if you're gonna play like this, whatever. But so how long did you make it to 0-0-0?
Okay, so before I get there, I'll tell you. Because I know you had told me to get out of there, right?
Yeah, I told you. What quarter was that? I told you.
That was the 4th.
I didn't want you punching and scratching people, going at it. Woo, go dog. Woo, 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 woo. And you.
Yeah. But I was with 2 other people. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, yeah,
so I had to.
I didn't want you to get them arrested for trying to.
Yeah, I had to hang. Somebody. So before I tell you how long we lasted, is because that was it. that was it. What was it? 9 minutes, 8 minutes, something left before the half, and we messed that up too. I'm going. I don't even know. First of all, hello, Huggy Beard. I did hit the like button. Did you hit the like button? And I'm not crying. I'm doing an assessment of the game yesterday.
Yeah, she was in the house. I've asked her to give her play-by-play of everything, and trying to figure out how she didn't get arrested on the way out.
Oh
of Georgia.
gosh!
Because I know there were plenty of opportunities for you to smack somebody. Did you have any? What were you wearing? Did you have on a hat, or did you have on?
No, I had on my
Jacket.
crimson shirt with the houndstooth little hoodie, so you can see, very clearly that I was.
You don't
Alabama
have
fan.
no big brooch that say 2-time graduate. Like just.
No, I don't have that.
Okay, you should
I'm
get
not
one.
that
I would definitely have one.
Yeah, I didn't wear my alumni shirt or anything like that. But so that was the thing. 9 minutes, 8 minutes left before the half. I said, okay, I will be okay. This is what I said to two people I were with. I said, granted, I would love a touchdown, but I'll be fine. I think I texted this to you or whatever. If we get a field goal, we didn't even do that. Something.
Put some on the plate.
We go in.
That's like Thanksgiving and it's 6 o'clock and people talking about they still cooking. You like, what?
21-0. So then I'm like, so my friend, he was saying, well, we just need to settle down. I said, wait a minute now, you've been saying that for 2 quarters. Then we get 2 quarters.
We settle down anymore. We're gonna be in a coma up here.
We're gonna be in trouble. So then I said, well, we get the ball after halftime. Right. So maybe we're gonna flip it. Alabama does well the first half. Georgia comes in the second half, so we're gonna flip it. We're gonna put it on them. What do? We go halftime, come out 3 and out. Then we get the ball back again. We don't do anything the next time. I'm sitting there going, we are going to fourth quarter. Then we get to the fourth quarter. I'm sitting there going, we're gonna lose this game with no points. 0 by this time. Tight, my head was hurting. I was so upset. Like I say, I have never felt, I can't recall feeling this way at an Alabama game.
You didn't reach out for the strawberry soda, did you?
I didn't. I will say I have put the strawberry sodas down quite a long time ago, so that's a good thing.
Good thing. You stay.
So that was good.
You staying on the wagon,
right? But I was ready for my Sprite though, or something like that to drink.
You had to get some.
I had to get some.
I know if you get too charged up, I mean, somebody get over you, woo, 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 and it's like, oh, you have to.
And there were these college UGA students behind us,
right?
Woo, 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 the whole game. F word, this, so we had to listen to all the young guys behind us the whole game. So then we get to
getting drilled too. Just so
you text me and say, how long are you staying? And I'm
like, second half? Was that second half?
I'm with 2 other people.
Right.
We got out of there 7 minutes and 40-something seconds. We were out.
Well, I'm gonna have to applaud that. You guys stayed around probably a lot longer than I have. Because into halftime, I think they did the 3 and out, or they didn't score at out of the half. He said, man, I'm going to get out of here. Because I think it was 21-0 at that time. He said, I'm getting out of here because it's going to be 42-0. I don't want to watch them lose. He just rolled tide. Willie gave up. He said, I'm out of here. And he was not going to stick around. And here I am. I'm deciding to do a post. First of all, applause to me for deciding not to watch the whole damn game. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew last week I was about to lose my mind watching Iron Bowl. So I said, I'm going to do a post-game recap, and I'm going to start sometime in the fourth quarter. But trust me, before I hit this doggone start the live stream button, I thought about just walking on down the street, just smoke a cigar, just walk on to our amenities area, just sit there till about midnight. But I decided to get on anyway. But man,
I probably, if I wasn't with 2 other people,
right,
I might have left sooner. But they were trying to keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive.
Than I was. I was pretty much done in the third quarter. Yeah. I was actually done before halftime, honestly. Because I knew where it was going. I knew where it was going. Yeah. So I was like, why would I?
If I'm you, I'm kind of sitting there and I'm kind of, if I had any, I'm shaking up my pepper gel. Even if I'm at a bar, I'm just shaking it because I'm like, somebody's about to get some of this. Because if I don't go home, and I know how, roll tide is one thing, but when they start barking over you and people spitting, it's like, man, that's aggravating.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of barking behind us. I also had to keep in mind
shaking barking too.
I paid money for this ticket. and to stay at the hotel I was staying at.
I
So
thought your whole weekend was comped. I thought it was like, they brought you up. You were like, everything was plush laid out.
no.
You got, huh?
What do you, who laid out for who?
Did,
Everything was
didn't Ryan Grubb sing you?
Ryan
Go-
Grubb doesn't need to send me anything. He needs to send me
sing your
some
ticket money back.
some or you know what? Or I can give him my Cash App so he can refund me. I I am thoroughly disgusted. I have been saying it for weeks. That's why when I hear you and some other people, well, try to look at the positives. I'm like, I
Gotta stay
hear that.
positive.
No. And even yesterday, what did you tell me? Keep the faith.
I said keep the faith.
I
I
know
said
you
keep the
said
faith.
keep the faith.
But
And
I want you to get out of there, because I know when people are drunk and ruckus, like I said, the only time I've ever been assaulted at a football game in my life was at an Alabama game by an Alabama fan. So
but
I know
I
people
will
get carried away.
say,
So I didn't want you to get like into those situations.
well, one of my friends I was with, as you know, we went to Athens,
Mhm.
right? And the Georgia fans were nice
Right. Well, usually are.
before it got, because it was a night game, like later, before they really started drinking. And then when they lost, they were nasty. They were really nasty.
Mm.
Yesterday, they weren't as much. It was just a whole, all that woof 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 woof. But
They earned it.
I would say, yeah, they did earn it. I would say they were better yesterday than they were when we left the stadium in Athens.
Right.
But I have I mean, I'm serious. Grubb, I,
You
I
need to
don't
be
know.
careful. You need to be careful. Ryan Grubb, during the next alumni association meeting, you better be careful. Keep your head on the swivel, son.
Well,
They're
I
looking
don't
for you.
live far from Tuscaloosa. So they got 12 days. Well, before they travel. So I'm giving them 10, they got 10 days.
You gonna put that belt on them. That's what happened to us last night. We got that
Oh.
belt. We got a belt whooping last night.
It was all day, every day.
Oh, it was just a bit. I mean, the FSU game was pretty much a beating, but not like that. That 7 points I can't even remember what it happened.
Barely got it.
Barely got it. It's like we could about to get beat 28-0. And it could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
Defense
if not
did
for our
some things,
defense,
but
again, if not for our
you can't leave them out there all day though.
That's the point. And that's what I've been saying to people for weeks.
Can't leave them
Our
out there all day.
defense cannot carry this. I'm sorry. The offense has to show up. Ty, okay, nice kid to me, young man,
Nice,
great family. But what are you doing? Like, I can forget that play where he was about to run. It was 3rd and 2 or something. He just slid. Like, we're not in baseball. Like, what are we doing?
Like, put your head in it. I know if Greg McElroy can get his butt down the field once or twice, I know you should be running somewhere.
He just slid, like, no, I'm just not. I'm just gonna sit. I'm just gonna slide and just sit.
I just wonder, does he come back next year? We'll talk about that later. I don't want to get that's.
Well, I will say there was talk coming out of Mercedes Benz Stadium from some Alabama fans saying our backup quarterback should have been sat down.
Austin Mack should have been in the game in 3rd quarter.
There was quite a few people talking.
Ain't no way in the world
that Saban would have sat him down. If Saban was coaching, Ty would have been sitting down. There were a lot of Alabama fans.
They run so much stuff through him. I still think it's something with the offensive line coach and Ryan Grubb. I don't think they're seeing eye to eye, but they run so much through Ty. You got to say either my guy's hurt, not feeling it, or he's shaking. We haven't done anything. Would you say the number was 1 or 0.8?
0.8, but we ended up at we ended up with -3. So
rushing. You gotta go. You gotta give it to the other. I mean,
you have
interception. Do you know it was like 4 people that could have intercepted that ball?
Yeah.
There were 4 people that could have intercepted that ball. That was the thing. It's like, why is the ball even headed that direction?
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Now here's one last conversation. One thing I want to ask, because about the 6, and then we can talk about what happened today,
right?
Which was interesting,
right?
Williams caught had one ball, one catch that was really good. Okay. But my
Right,
question is, he had another one. I think he dropped it or something like Bernard dropped one.
right, right,
But
right.
I'm not gonna hate on Bernard because Bernard does what he needs to
He
do when he needs
gave
to.
everything he had this
He
year.
gave everything he had.
Right.
Where's this conversation sitting around Ryan Williams? I don't
Uh-oh.
know. I've been asking this. I don't hear anybody from our organization talking about what's going on with Ryan Williams. Now, now I
Well, you
watched
know he's
Nightcap.
18 years old now.
Okay, but that don't have anything to do with it. He was 17 last year. I know. Well,
Hey
let me
man,
not be hard on him because he is a kid. He is 18.
gotta, he has
But
a comfort animal.
okay, but
That's
you know
stuff.
what's different about this 18-year-old than
Okay.
previous 18-year-olds?
What's
He's a
that?
millionaire. He's
Oh,
making money.
oh, ah. Well, Todd
Then
Bridges, you don't want to have a Todd Bridges situation
well, we're
here.
not. Well, that's why. Okay, well, so why you got to bring Todd Bridges in it? Leave Todd Bridges
Hey,
out of it. Todd Bridges. Todd
he-
Bridges living good life all these years. But here's the thing, though. I watched Nightcap. So this when I
I
got
got
back
you,
home
Rooster.
today, I saw what I've letting Shannon Sharp kind of get back in my life in spite of right. But
Oh, okay,
so
good.
Shannon and Ocho.
You were making up with Shannon. Okay, all right.
Well, a little bit, a little bit.
Okay, that's good to hear.
So
That's
they were
good to hear.
talking about this, but Shannon has been saying he's been talking about Ty for a while,
Hmm.
and he's been talking about Ryan Williams. Like he don't know what's going, and even Ocho, they don't know what's going on
They
with the
need to
kid.
contact that young man.
Well, but that's what Ocho always talking about trying to call somebody. He said, but I don't have his phone number
He
because
gonna walk
Ocho
down
would.
there. I think Ocho will walk down and be like, "Hey, where Ryan at? Who
But that's
are
I mean,
you?"
but I'm being for real. What is going on? Because nobody, Coach DeBoer, no one from the coaching staff has said anything about Ryan Williams, and he has not played this season. He didn't touch the ball last week during the
Nah,
Iron Bowl.
did he? And he didn't play the game before that against
He
East
didn't play.
Illinois
No. So
because
do you
I
have
know he
any
was hurt.
insight?
I know he was hurt, and then
He
I know in the
was.
middle of the season. Now, even before this, they said somebody's mom getting really ill, but before that, it still was kind of like
Is that true? Because I haven't seen
somebody in the
anything.
family was very ill, was my understanding. But then
Okay.
he got hurt in the beginning of the season, so it's just been like a wonky season. But the best thing for him, well, another thing, if it's here, Lysia
Mm-hmm.
Brooks does not help with the situation. That guy came out of high school and he balling. He's doing the best he can as a freshman to show and prove. So you had Isaiah, you got Jeremy Bernard, you got Lysia Brooks, and you had Quavis.
Mm-hmm.
It just like the fifth receiver really don't get a lot of shine anyway. Just the problem is you had this big spotlight last year. So I was glad
Mm-hmm.
to see him make some catches yesterday. And we still got some season left. Still got season left. I just wonder when is the first game? Well, wait a minute. Before we go to the 6th, the 7th, and I don't know anything about Ryan Williams. I'll let everybody know if I
Mm-hmm.
find something different. I want to bring in the Rooster Mac, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. And I'm gonna get to this. What's going on, man?
What's happening, Ty?
Hey, what's going on? What you got on your mind today?
Nothing much. I would like to say I've noticed, and not necessarily y'all too. How you doing, Miss PhD? Uh, Not maybe y'all specifically, but a lot of Bammer Nation is freaking out, and they're saying, everybody's trash, burn it to the ground.
Yeah.
And I would like to say, because like Ty, you said earlier, that there's a collection of Bammer Nation that's saying, you know what, we don't even want to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm sure I don't have to explain to y'all how absolutely ludicrous that sounds.
Luda? Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, and not the good Luda, not the cool one from Atlanta Raven,
right.
the white coat pin you down ludicrous.
No, not that one.
Come on, like, and I guess it's not entirely their fault. It's a product of coming off the tail end of whether you like Saban and Bama or not. I mean, it is the greatest run in the history of modern football, not even modern, just football period.
Yeah.
He is the GOAT, and it is a little easy to get spoiled. But yeah, I was talking to Marcus on the phone earlier today, and I made this comment, and don't talk to me as an Auburn fan if you're burn it all to the ground. It's all the wash seasons are 9-3 and 10-2 in the first 2 years, and you
Right.
played for an SEC title and made the playoffs.
That's
Get out of my face, Jack.
that's fantastic. I mean, I tell people it's like last year, to throw this back to Kane Womack. I really had, I'm a new YouTuber, been around about 2 years, but last year I had to really get into the numbers because I was like, man, that Kane Womack is awful. Then I started looking at the numbers week to week to week to week, and I was like, he ain't my problem. He ain't my problem. But people were still wanted Kane gone. And I was like, the numbers say he got to stay. Oklahoma was bad. Vandy was crazy, but he was fine. So I understand there's 130 some teams, and everybody was not watching the broadcast today to see if they got into the CFP.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the opportunity is great.
And I've argued before, which in Bama's case, even in a loss, they still played in that 13th game. But I've argued before, like, we'll see how it goes this year. Last year, all the conference champs just got a first round bye. They all lost. It's the same. It's the same reason during the BCS, the big bowl games never really lived up to the hype because it doesn't benefit you to sit for a month and then play a football game, especially when the other team is 1 week removed from playing a football game.
Right.
So I think here in the next couple seasons, college football fans are going to have to face the reality of, well, how important is it to play in the SEC or the Big Ten or the whatever championship game if you make the playoff?
Right. Huggy, I appreciate you chiming in real quick for me. You can hang out. I'll bring you back if you want to hang out. I want to bring in Justin in real quick. Let me see. How do I do this thing? Justin, what's going on, my man?
Hey, man, what's going on? Roll Tide, brother.
Roll Tide. We got PhD in here. She's a 2-time graduate of the University of Alabama. I am Dirt Road alumni.
Nice to meet you. I was scrolling through some of the delicious tears of Notre Dame fans on X for about an hour and thoroughly enjoying that. But I got to tell you, I think that a lot of people – I was listening earlier, and we're talking about benching Ty Simpson and how he's looked, since kind of the Missouri game when he had that injury. He's played really inconsistent. But I don't think that putting somebody else in is necessarily the resolve. I think the biggest thing in this game against Georgia was everybody that was missing. LT Overton was out.
Yep.
Jam Miller's pass pro was definitely missed against that blitz. If you look, there were multiple missed schemes by the line.
Yeah.
There were missed schemes by the line. And I think one thing that I want to give Alabama fans some nuance to think about here is, Nick Saban ran his team a certain way with a certain degree of absolutely gutting it down your throat with the football.
Right.
And I don't think that Kalen DeBoer is like that. When I think there's some players on this team still that are Saban recruits, like Proctor, like Ty, because Ty is not a Kalen DeBoer guy. And I think that there might be a scheme issue going on here with the pass pro, and that's why Ty's got happy feet. Next season, I think you get the full recruiting class of everybody that you want DeBoer to run his system and see how it plays out on the field next year. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And it's still kind of a straggled roster a little bit. I mean, his fingerprints are all over it. And I think that's what you're also going to see with Ryan Grubb. I know a friend of mine lives out in Mobile area, and I'm out in Arizona. Okay. And we were texting each other about the frustration of the inability to run the football. And I think Alabama, after the rankings, after the guy from Arkansas said, well, Alabama just can't run the football. So they decide to establish an identity of doing what they can't do or don't do in order to get in the playoff. And I think if they go back to their game,
that
they're going to go into Norman, and I think they can handle them.
I think they can handle Norman. What do you think? Now, DC was saying, like, this is a friend of mine who's an Auburn fan. We grew up together because I grew up actually 20 minutes from Auburn. It's like growing up around like a landfill. Anyway, not just playing. But he was saying that they just don't run the ball. But I remember Kalen DeBoer had 2 1,000-yard rushers. And I'm wondering, is there a disconnect between what Grubb wants to do and what the line is prepared to do? And is there some modification that can be made at the offensive line coaching with Kapolovic. Is it Kapolovic? And or the running game coordinator, whoever that may be, because when they ran like some counters, especially against Auburn and a couple other, they had no problem. But I watched this guy called he's the film guy. I think he's the first person who used to be a film guy at University of Georgia. He's moving up, but I just watched him. I'm not an expert. And there was something about the combo blocking. Yeah. It's like something about the combo blocking. And Alabama just don't do well. Maybe it's a zone blocking scheme and they just don't get it, because when they get one-on-one with people, they can just, and like Jaden Roberts, I mean, is he hurt? Can he not? The man bench press 900 yards. You can't bring him in on a not bench press, but he squats 900 pounds. You can't bring him in on a fourth or third and 2 just to jump into the.
Sometimes in football, I think as somebody sometimes I think you can outsmart yourself. I call this the Dan Campbell problem. Okay, I don't know if you follow the NFL, but Dan Campbell has ruined coaching temporarily by all his aggressive calls on fourth down and doing wild stuff.
Right.
And I think there's a time and a place for it, right? But there seems to be, this offensive line has extreme talent. I know Bama fans have been getting on Formby, and I think that it was a good move to move him into guard
inside,
and put Carroll on the right side of the ball. But honestly, the Achilles heel is they have not, since that Georgia game, really felt like a physical run in your face offensive line. And that goes back to what Grubb does. So that Roberts may not be what Grubb does.
He's a powerful
and
guy.
I think that's where the frustration comes in, because you're trying to run your scheme. And sometimes if you're not an SEC guy and you're playing in a conference like the Pac-12, where it's more hyper-oriented on this exotic offense and not having
around the yard,
the hogs in front. Yeah, I think, and it's not the ability, because we've seen Proctor. He's massive. He can shove people around, and Michael Carroll can shove people around. I think that they're gonna, like I said, I think that they're gonna go into this. They're gonna heal up, and I know that they're salty about that Oklahoma game getting away from them, putting them in this predicament in the first place. And I do think that they win, and I do think they come out to California, and I think that they're more talented overall than the Indiana Hoosiers, and I think that we can see them in the semifinals going against Oregon, which we've never done either. So
right.
I think it'd be play. And Ty has looked like he's got shaky feet, and I think that goes. I think a part of it, for me, it feels like from and I'm just somebody with an eye like you, and just kind of sees the situational football. Some of the play calling is really at times kind of wonky. He likes to run. Grubb likes to run these long developing routes. And Bama's offensive line can't. There's not enough protection or time for these routes to develop, and I think that they're poorly called
because they're
based on down and distance.
Auburn blitzed the heck out of them all day. All day out. Why not? Because they had nothing to lose. Another touchdown over top. But if I can shake up your quarterback by hitting them, touching them, pushing them, and eventually sacking them, I'm going to keep sending them, and you don't have time for those long routes. There was one time in the Auburn game when he had a jam right in front of him, and he chose to try to squeeze it in for about a 20, 25-yard pickup. And I'm like, he does that a lot too. Like he doesn't do the check down enough. And we are PhD always talks about holding on to the ball, and he almost holds him to the ball like a Lamar Jackson, but when Lamar Jackson takes off, it's like a Bugatti taking off. When Ty takes off, it's like a minivan taking off. It's like you don't have that kind of takeoff. But Justin, I want to hook up with you and maybe just do a whole segment maybe about the Oklahoma game coming up, and reach out to you. Let me see. It's the best way I can. You can.
I've subscribed to your channel.
Okay, I'll find you through there, and we can probably get together maybe before the Oklahoma game. I want to get PhD back on here, but thank you for dropping in on us, and roll tide to you, man. Let's get ready for Oklahoma.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for having me. And don't give up on this team, y'all. Don't do it like no negative stuff on X. I don't want to hear about coaching changes. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. Like DeBoer's a winner. You've got to let him settle in, y'all. It'll be worth it. No,
DeBoer's fine. DeBoer, I'm worried about Kapolovic. That's my next year.
All right, thank you.
Modification. All right, man. Bye. PhD, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Any thoughts on what you just heard?
First of all, look at your chat. One of my friends who was at the game with me, he asked for the link. I told him I was on. So if you see his name in
Oh,
there,
yeah, I
Armand,
heard
he's
so much
in.
about Mr. I gotta put it in here right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, come on in.
So
We'll fit everybody. I'll bring him up. If he comes on in right now, I'll bring him up with you.
just want to share that. I hear, I agree with what Justin said
Right.
overall, but when he got to the end and said, "Don't give up," I don't think people are giving up.
We just expect so much. We just, I know it's
Well,
different.
it's that, but also I think it's okay and fair to give criticism,
Right.
right? You know what I mean? I think it's fair to do that. Last night, before I went to sleep, I said, well, let me go on Crimson Cover and see what Clint Lamb is saying, you know? And
Right.
Clint Lamb even said, this is not going to be a positive show. He said, I'm going to criticize. And I know you, and he's usually even killed, tries not to do that. He said, but
Right.
we're going to have to talk real. So I
Right.
think there's this balance of not giving up. I mean, I heard a bunch of people this morning, roll tide. You know what I mean? We're not giving up. It's just the thing of we can still criticize what we see. And I
There's
was
a lot to credit. It's
there.
just, it was ugly.
It was
It's like
ugly.
the Iron Bowl. You walk out with a 7-point win, and they're not ranked, and you're up here. Hey, I ain't got a lot to say. It didn't destroy our season. We won.
No.
Yesterday, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It was a
man.
lot. And
It could, like I
sitting
said,
there,
it could have been 35-42-0.
And sitting there watching it, that's what I was afraid of. I mean, we barely got those 7 points.
And who did not see? I told her, I said it early in the year. Our special team's gonna cost us a whole game, half a game at Oklahoma, and the other half yesterday. When Talty was putting that ball, did that not seem like the longest wind up in the history since the punt day? In the 60s or 70s, that was the longest. Wow, I don't know why the special team person didn't catch up on that, but it's stuff. We gotta, especially coming out of last night, there was a lot. So, PhD, have we gotten the 6th out of your system?
Give me another day. I pretty much have, because yesterday was rough. I have to say it was rough.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about today, because
I gotta do something first before we talk about today. I gotta change my background because we. Oh yeah, there it is.
Okay, all right.
Look, I got the background there. We're gonna change. So now we got in. What do you think? Oh, Matthew, this guy says Alabama does not deserve to be in the CFP. Oh, Mr. Matthew, click on the link. Come in and tell me why after PhD gets out here, because I don't want her to use explicit language.
I'm not going to use explicit language on your channel.
So what do you think? What did you think when you first found out we got in?
So yesterday, right? I'm listening to the two people that I went to the game with. Like I say, very optimistic. One, you just got to we got to keep calm. I'm like, okay, here we go. And they were talking, those two were talking about we have a chance to go.
Oh, look at here. Lord have mercy.
Oh, okay. And I said, I'm not sure.
Notre Dame go ahead, PhD.
Well, yeah. I said I wasn't sure. And maybe because I was still I want to say in my feelings, I don't want to put it that way. I was just stunned and shocked. So I was not convinced. So then you said the same thing. We have a chance to get in. The two people I went to the game with said the same thing. Another friend of mine said the same thing. And my response was, it must be a testosterone thing, because everybody that was saying that were males.
Wait a minute. Is that sexist? Wait a minute.
I don't know. I'm just being honest to say.
I think you just said something very sexist.
Because I was the only one that wasn't feeling that way, right?
Because you talk about the people with the estrogen. So,
well,
wait a minute.
I mean, hey, if estrogen people were saying the same thing, I would have said I'm not so sure. So, but it just have to be testosterone people. So I get home today. I left Atlanta. I was like, I got to get back in time to watch the the show, the playoff show.
Right.
And so, but before then, I was seeing how ESPN, CBS, even the New York Times and other, other spaces were saying we would be in
Mm-hmm.
10 or 9.
I saw the same thing as a young lady. She said, I think was working at ESPN or whatever. She said, Alabama, nobody's supposed to be punished for playing in the conference championship.
Mm-hmm.
But I read something. She said, it's a possibility you could be punished for how you played, though, which is kind of,
that was my part, right? It was because on Tuesday, I forget who reminded me that the chair of the committee said on Tuesday, when asked, that Alabama would probably not be penalized for having to play in the SEC championship game. So what did Armand say?
He was just saying hello to
okay. Yeah, right. So I had forgot that the chair said that.
Mm-hmm.
So this morning, I got here, ate me some breakfast, and then started watching the show.
Right.
And I saw we were number 9.
Number 9.
Against, now here's where my angst comes in a little bit. Well, I don't know. Against Oklahoma, who we should have beat. That was our homecoming. And what hurt us, because again, I looked at the stats. We had 3 turnovers.
3 turnovers.
Other than that, we were similar in terms of the game. But when you get 3 turnovers, somebody's going to have an edge. And I thought, well, we're at home. It's our homecoming. We're going to pull it off. Nope, 23-21 loss. So now we're going to Oklahoma.
To their house.
We're going to their house.
Was that Norman, Oklahoma?
Yes. We're going to their house.
We storming in the Norman.
Yeah. If we are healthy, like Justin was saying,
yes,
then we have a chance for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to say, and I'm not putting it all on Ty because it's a team.
It's a team.
But Ty has to figure out not to sit there and hold the game and run. Just run.
Just remember Jalen Milroe. He had the same offense, and everybody wanted
the same offense. That's what I said.
And they went running around town. Now y'all know why he was running so much.
Yeah,
because that was all it was. That was all it was. And that and Hollywood D. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did y'all?
But I think we can. I think we can beat Oklahoma. I really do.
Oh yeah.
And as Armand, I see in the chat, he says we have 12 days to get Miller, Cuevas, and Overton healthy. I agree.
Get right time. Definitely.
Get right.
Time to get right. So I mean, I think it's definitely an opportunity to, my main. Okay, I was like, let's get in the championship. Let's get in the playoffs so we can win 19. Let's get in the playoffs to prove Alabama this. You know the main reason I want to be in the playoffs. So we get our lick back. I'm so sick of these people. We got who we got over here? You got Oklahoma. Then you got, if you get past Oklahoma, you got Signetti right here. I'm just, I mean, come on, man. That schedule, please give me. I've been asking this every week. Is there anybody on our schedule we can beat by 46 points, even on our best day?
On our schedule? No.
Is there anybody in the SEC we can beat by that many points? I don't even think Kentucky will let you have 40-some point victory. So anyway, if we can get back, if Georgia can survive, you might get a chance to play Georgia again. I didn't know they would love that. They would love to play us a third time. Oh, y'all are barking in. This is really a lick back walk for this championship. It's like to win this, you got to go through some stuff, but it's an opportunity. You may get some lick back. This is crazy. Playing people through. I mean, I thought we could have lost and got in. Always thought that, but more than a 10-point victory. I didn't see that.
Well, that was the problem for me last night. Is it was 28-7, and most people were saying, remember on DC, was it DC show or was it on Nick's show? You all were talking about 3 points. It was Bubba that said 3.
Well, then Nick and I kind of agreed it could get out of control. Like I thought 13, which would have been like blew everybody's mind. But 13-10, but man, 21.
21.
And you're thinking like 21 and trying to get into a college football playoff. But then you have to think Alabama had the 4th toughest schedule. If you look from number 1 through 7 on that list, all the rest of those teams, you go from number 4 to number 8, which is Oklahoma. It's the only team that has like 10 wins, and it gets worse as you go down. Which brings me to the discussion of Notre Dame.
Well,
Notre Dame,
I'm gonna stay out of that because
Notre Dame didn't deserve.
He is not. He's cracking up about Notre Dame being out, but
Notre Dame don't deserve. Hey man, how you gonna put all 20 some of your teams in a whole conference, but we're gonna keep football out? Well, you keep football out. You got your own money. Go have your own champ. But you know what Notre Dame should do? They should name themselves national champion. Why they at it? Why not? Why ask us? Why play against us? Why play against the rest of the 135, 33 teams? You don't need us. Make your gold trophy, sit it up there, say you are the 2025 Notre Dame national champs. Because obviously you don't care about what everybody else is doing. For one, I don't think there's enough group of 5 representatives. I would love to see it expanded, 16, maybe 20 game playoffs with fans. Notre Dame needs to pick a damn conference. That's all they gotta do. Pick a conference, win your 10 games, win whatever, win your conference championship, how you gonna set it up, and then we can talk. Outside of that, shut the hell up. That has
now I don't get caught up in the whole Notre Dame thing. I find the HATE that people have for Notre Dame comical. But do you think James Madison should have gone over because they were in the 12th, they got the 12th spot over Notre Dame?
What I understand is that
I'm just asking. I'm not saying either one way or the other.
What I know is this: all these teams pay dues to get in the NCAA. I don't know how much they pay or whatever it is. They're the same. If you are a conference champion on this level of football, I think you should be in the playoffs. Now, people say that they're not better than Bama. You're right. So that's why 16, 20, or maybe every conference need to have some kind of play-in. DC's idea, I don't know if it's his original idea, but he said the 1 and 2 team in every conference should maybe get of the Power 4 goes in, right? And like instead of us playing that game last night, you have a 3 plays 6, 4 plays 5, and those teams go in from the SEC. 4 teams are going in, but you got 16 spaces. And then I think you could have a play-in from the conference championship of like Conference USA, the Sun Belt. They have a play-in. Like they whoever's their conference champion, they go into the playoffs. I don't care if the record is 75. Because I ain't trying to be funny. This thing with Duke was crucial. Duke beat most of the ACC. They lost to people outside of the ACC. I say the ACC was not that good. Oh, where's Dabo? How's he this morning? Anybody checked on Dabo? Anybody? We'll talk about Dabo. But you know, Duke should be in the playoffs but then you have a couple of spaces for at-large people, and you should be fine. But yeah, the Big Ten may need 4 spaces. SEC may need 4 spaces, but I don't know. I think it'd be 16. You can easily have 16 teams in this college football playoffs, and I'm just glad that the regular season counted for us because we had to go through a lot to get where we are this morning or this afternoon. A lot. So and here we go.
Okay, so let me because I want you to if you haven't seen some of the chat yet, but
I have not. I'm trying to bring it up.
Yeah, you're not far behind. But what
Florida State as well. Okay. All right. How they doing this morning down there in Florida State? No, I'm not talking about the 2 losses that they had. What about how many service academies did they play this year? They played all 3 or they just played 2? Which one? I mean, come on, man. Anyway, no. PhD, I don't know if you're ready for this. Your friend, your pal.
Which one?
South Alabama, he's here. I just
want to... no, not Nick. Before you bring Nick in, I don't get me wrong. I love me some Nick, though. Don't get me wrong. But what would be the advantage to have? I mean, I hear what you're saying, and they were talking about that this morning about expanding it to 16. But what impact would that have on these student athletes and the season? Because that means the season is going to go longer.
In the name of Mike Tomlin, who's winning this game right now, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be honest.
He is winning. He's winning today.
Yeah. Oh, be careful. Be careful.
Okay. All right.
It's 27-19. It's close, but
Okay.
in the words of Mike Tomlin, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We're done. You know what I'm saying? If you're not smart enough to take some of your money, whether it's 50,000, whether it's 30,000, or 100, to put some money to the side where you can go to trade school after you finish playing football, or go back and get your PhD, master's, or JD, I can't help you. I can't help you. I love education. My education it's made me fat today, but I can't help them.
Okay.
I know. I'm sorry. I know you are an educator. You're a devoted professional, but we don't care. Can I bring in Nick now?
Yeah, you go ahead and bring in Nick.
Here we go. Here we go.
What Nick has to
Hold
say.
on. That Armand said we done with Notre Dame. In real life, they had Navy, Purdue, Jeff Davis High School on their schedule. Oh, Armand, hey, this guy need to bring this guy in.
Yeah, Armand is great.
Ladies and gentlemen, the duo from the one of the duo of the Water Cooler Talk podcast, Nick Frazier shall now grace us with his presence. Nick.
He gonna be on camera with us too.
Yeah, yeah. You can come on camera too, PhD, if you want to. I'll put you on camera. It don't matter to me.
I'm good.
Okay,
How you doing, Nick?
Doing well, man. How you doing? How y'all doing?
We're doing pretty good now. You remember when you got that whooping and you was like, said, shut your mouth. You look, and then life wasn't right until you had that nap. I done had that nap. And I slept all the way, really, even though I was walking at 7 o'clock, I was still sleepwalking till about 12:25 a day. But now I feel better. I still love mama. I still love mama. I still love the Crimson Tide. Belt went to ass last night, but we talking about the 7. Now tell me about Notre Dame.
You know, Nick want to talk about yesterday. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, you got something about yesterday?
So what now?
You said something about yesterday, yo.
I said you want to get something out your system, Nick.
Yeah.
I had as much as I lobbied for Alabama not to be in the playoffs because they don't deserve to be there.
I knew he was gonna add that point, Ty. That's what I said. Go ahead and get it out of his system.
I knew it was gonna happen. I had a feeling that it was gonna happen. As much as I said on Twitter, as much as I typed, I was like, "Yep, Alabama's still gonna get in." But I'm not even mad at that. I am
number 9 spot.
I am, but yes, I am. Yeah, I am mad at it, and here's why I'm mad at it. You have a team in BYU that went and got destroyed, got blown out by Texas Tech twice this year. You have Alabama that goes into Georgia, and if it wasn't for a drop pass, Georgia wins that game at home. Even though I picked Alabama to win that game on the road, then they come back and play that game last night and get blown out again, or get blown out. Then you have the committee chairman of the college football playoff committee sit here and say, well, and I'm paraphrasing, this is not a quote, well, we felt that BYU shouldn't be in because they got blown out by a team.
That's just one of his.
Did you not watch the SEC championship game?
But that's one of his things, though, because you got to remember, they also said they were going to deem teams that lost their coaches. And I see Ole Miss right there.
Exactly.
I think with it, some of these people on this committee, they like some of the criteria better than others. So I think they pick out the one they like I ain't voting no team that got blown out. And then some people say, I ain't voting. You lost your coach. I don't even think you can even. That's kind of dangerous because I still think before midnight, 6 people are going to opt out for Ole Miss. It's going to be a totally different team.
But the thing about Notre Dame is this is why.
Oh Lord, not Notre Dame.
Notre Dame got disrespected because all season long, Notre Dame was ahead of Miami in the rankings. Now this is my thought process on why they had this. I think they felt when Miami had that 2-game losing streak, whatever they had.
Right.
I think they felt Miami was going to lose another game, and it was just going to make it easy for them not to put them in because they have 3 losses.
Yeah, let it out, bro.
That's what I thought. That's what I
let
think.
it out.
But Miami didn't lose.
Yeah,
Miami didn't lose.
They didn't. Miami beat Notre Dame?
by 3 points. A last second field goal with 2 seconds left in the game, if I'm not mistaken. So you look at that, and if you ask anybody in that committee room, do they think Miami is a better team than Notre Dame? I'm pretty sure out of the 13 people on that committee, 11 of them would tell you, no, Miami's not better than Notre Dame. Just being completely honest with you.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that and now you sit here looking at two teams with the same record. You would look like hypocrites if you were to put them in over that team. Even though you watch Notre Dame all season long, they've been the most consistent team all season long. Wow. Like their 2 losses have been by 4 points total. Yeah. They lost at home. They lost at home to Texas A&M. Which could have been a win. Because on that touchdown drive, on that touchdown pass by Marcel Reed, there was a holding call that wasn't called, and everybody saw that, and that was a point of contention. But then you look at it, you just be like, man, this team came in the next week after that. Well, after that bye week, came in and played Arkansas on the road and beat Arkansas, the number 1 offense, by the way, in the conference. Put up 56 points against them, and that offense only put up 13. Then you go on the road and you play Pitt, which was a ranked team at the time. You beat them by 20-some points in that game. Then you go and beat Syracuse, who played Tennessee close in the opener, who only lost by 11, and you put up 70 on them and only allowed 7 points. So I'm sitting here saying, but everybody that's sitting here saying Notre Dame did not, the Notre Dame smoke and all this type of stuff, you just haven't watched football. That's all it is.
So you saying Miami should be out or Alabama should be out in Notre Dame?
I'm saying Alabama should be out.
Oh, what was Notre Dame's strength of schedule?
Strength of schedule was like 14, if I'm not mistaken. It was like in the top 20.
And
well, strength of record, one of them was strength of record. The strength of schedule was like in the top 20.
One more question. Prior to your team getting a coach, who did you want to be the coach of? Oh,
you already know. I'm making known. One, Marcus Freeman. You already know.
And one more question, future counselor, maybe counselor. Should Notre Dame join a conference?
Oh yeah, I agree with you though. Like even in the interview, Marcus Freeman said that. He said down the road, which in my opinion is where you'll probably see Notre Dame do this in the next couple of years, probably the next 2 seasons. He even said it in an opinion. He said we may have to join a conference down the road. What? He actually said that in an interview.
I'm glad
because if that happens, because with them not being in the conference, how does Miami and Notre Dame, who did not play this weekend, how does Miami just jump them all of a sudden when the whole time you had Notre Dame ahead of them? I can clearly understand Alabama being ahead of them because at least they played in the conference game. Now my feelings on them being in the playoff, that's different. But I can clearly understand Alabama being ahead of them. But Miami, come on, man. That tells me y'all really don't believe Miami is a better team. The only reason why y'all put them there is because they just beat them head to head the first game of the season. And if y'all don't do it, if y'all don't put it in there, y'all gonna get a lot of backlash. That's the only reason why I feel like that.
So Nick, it sounds like you, if I'm hearing correctly, you agree with Reese Davis kind of going back and forth with the chair of the committee about the process, because he kept saying, I'm still not clear and understanding about the process.
Exactly. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you why a lot of people are upset about this. It's because of Alabama. A lot of people are upset about this. In 2023, even though it's a 14 playoff.
Oh, I know where you're going.
FSU should have got in. I don't care. I don't care if you lost a quarterback or you lost whatever it was. FSU should have gotten in. They were an undefeated conference champion, but you decided to leave them out for a conference run for what was y'all? Was it one loss, 1 or 2 losses in that year?
Probably 2.
Because y'all played Michigan in the first round.
Mm-hmm. And lost to Michigan, yeah.
Florida State should have been in the playoff. Like that right there is almost like they don't get it twisted. As much as I don't think Alabama should have been in, they made the right decision by putting them in because even though they played in the conference championship game,
the duplicity is.
I understand it sound like that, but
gotta make that money, man.
by the book, they did it correctly.
Right.
Go back time and look at it, it just looks like they just now you decide to do it.
But wait a minute, didn't the chair, because somebody reminded me, didn't the chair of the committee say on Tuesday when asked that Alabama would not be penalized if because if we got to play in the SEC championship game, he already set that up on Tuesday, did he not, Nick? Why you shaking your head? Okay.
He did.
Okay.
He did.
Armand says,
you got to protect the brands. You know you got to protect the brands.
Nick,
you know you got to protect the brands.
Nick, PhD's closest pal says, "Ain't no way, bro, out here in the World Wide Web putting on a cape for BYU." That's okay, sir, young sir.
Be nice to my friend.
When did I ever say anything about BYU being in the?
Nick, be nice.
When did I ever say anything about BYU being in the playoffs? I've never said anything. Only thing what I said was, how can you sit here and say that you would drop BYU a spot because they got blown out in their conference game? The same thing happened to Alabama, but they didn't lose a spot. If you look at it, Alabama's still number 9.
Yeah, we didn't. Nothing happened. I don't know why we played last night. Because this like I said, when I came into the show and I started off my little thing, I was like, look, man, I don't know why we played last night. We didn't even slide down number 12, but what if somebody lost a quarterback again? What if somebody lost a quarterback? What if somebody lost a key player, win, lose, or draw, and then you got Ole Miss and Oklahoma in the catbird seat, as far as SEC opponents? Why are we playing this game? It's just a contractual thing with Atlanta. We got to use it all up or something, because this is crazy.
It's what it sounds like. It's what it feels like. But yeah. I mean, it is what it is. But I ask you this question. I want to ask y'all this question. Do y'all think, and y'all Alabama fans, I want y'all to try to be as objective as y'all possibly can.
We are.
Do y'all think Alabama is one of the 12 best teams in the country right now?
Let me see. I think this right off, and now we're gonna do this show. You probably do this show. We'll do it at your place, whatever. Alabama's better than Tulane.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Is Alabama better than Ole Miss without Lane Kiffin?
Well, Charlie Weiss Jr. is calling plays. He's been calling plays all year, so I think it's a toss up.
It's a toss up. Okay, I do have reservations about Texas A&M. I thought Texas and Georgia was going to be in this game last night, or as the season went along, I thought it'd be Texas A&M. Then they came with this old tiebreaker thing, but I'm cautious against Texas A&M. Are we better than Georgia? No, not in this weekend. Ohio State?
No, Ohio State is legit. I don't think I beat Ohio State on a neutral field.
So if we can't beat Ohio State, who
you can't beat Indiana either. I'm just be real with you, man. Y'all ain't gonna beat Indiana.
I know you're a Big Ten guy.
Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it.
I don't Signetti. Stop it. So you got Oregon. Who is else over here? My microphone's standing in the way. Who is it? Oh, James Madison. We better than James Madison.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's be honest about it.
I'm just done. What about Texas Tech?
Do you think right now y'all are better than Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
Really? You think y'all are more okay? Without having okay. Let's
I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna take that back. Our team has offensive deficiencies that are getting worse and worse every week. If we play the game next week, we'll probably have what were we at, PhD? 0.5 or something. We'll probably be at like negative 13 rushing yards. That's where we headed.
Wow. Okay.
A negative. What are you talking about? A negative 13 for what?
If we played next weekend, we would have negative 13 rushing yards.
Oh, well.
But Ty Simpson could pop up and throw for 325 or 275 and 3 touchdowns. It's it's all possible. It's like they look really off yesterday. But I contend the Iron Bowl is the most physical game that's ever played year to year on average. And last week was probably one of the most brutal ones that's ever been played. Because we just played the hardest defense in the damn country.
Fair enough. That's a fair statement. That's
a hell of it. Then you turn around and play Georgia again. Like the boy just figuring out you're not a magic show. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, we're gonna be a whole new team next week. But then if I had to sit around and my whole thing is I don't think that a lot of these other teams, just like a James Madison and even Ohio State, I'm just gonna say this. Whether it comes from Georgia or comes from Oklahoma, I don't know if they're ready for all this funk.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
And we just got notification that Notre Dame,
a very physical team. What if they play Texas A&M and get run off the field?
And we just got notification that Notre Dame has declined to play in a bowl game. So Notre Dame season is over with.
Oh.
That is a protest for you. You don't want us in because we want, like, come on, man. Like, for real. Do you not think Notre Dame is not one of the best 12 teams in the country right
now? There's a baby lead to Tennessee.
I'm just asking a question.
There's a baby.
Does anybody not think Notre Dame is not one of the 12 best teams?
Somebody get that baby.
Creed.
Somebody get that baby. Somebody put that.
I mean, okay, Freddie. Okay, I mean, tight, whatever. No, I'm saying Freddie because now I'm calling him by his first name. Because that's how we do offline. But
yeah.
I was honestly, I mean, like I say, I don't have a stake in Notre Dame at all. Never have. I was really surprised to see James Madison over Notre Dame, to be honest.
But
by the rules, they had to be. Like, if they were following the rules, they had to be.
But this is why the rules change every year? I mean, you can't keep up with what the rules are. Now 12, having 12 teams was enough. Now people are talking about, well, now I think we need to expand to 16. I'm like, okay, well, where is the end going to happen of expanding? I heard some people talking about 20. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, I can see.
I mean, you can't just keep expanding as a means of taking care of a whatever potential problem or teams being upset. Some teams are going to be disappointed.
Right.
It's just going to happen. So what is expanding it going to do? How is that going to be the cure? I don't see how that would be.
Charles Barkley 223 says losing by 30 doesn't matter. What matters is how much money you can bribe the committee with.
There it is.
And in a roundabout way, that's always been accurate. I mean, that's been very accurate. I mean, you're not bringing a lot of money to the table. I don't know how the committee gets compensated, paid, but they stand at the Four Seasons and eating steaks, shrimps, lobsters, and you got to pay for that stuff. But I can't believe Notre Dame. They just joined a conference. We've been screaming this for I don't know how long. Jesus, join a conference. Touchdown, Jesus. Find a conference. It really will help. Oh, man. I appreciate y'all coming in here today, man. I'm going to try to go through this chat and close it out. But y'all got any final comments?
Nah, man. I appreciate you so much for letting me come on and talk with you. Shout out to PhD.
Tell them about your show, Nick.
Yeah, man. Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. We live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. We live 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. And we put a video out 7 a.m. Every day, Monday through Friday. So you just check us out. We talk SEC, college football, Auburn football, of course. Y'all know that. But we are on our way to hitting 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2025.
Right.
So I don't know exactly how far we are away. I think we was like 14 away early this morning. So if you don't mind, please head on over there. We have great conversations.
Sometimes I don't think Amon Perry is going over there.
Yeah, that's fine. Not it's today. Okay, Amon. I understand. I understand, man. I understand.
Great show.
We have a great time. We have a great time over there. Okay. Tight come over there with us. Shout out to DC. Yeah. Shout out to Ted. Shout out to my guy Marcus, who's making a career.
Did he win?
I haven't heard from him, so I don't know. I'm gonna text him.
I'm texting him. The mayor over there is Marcus. Marcus is up for Employee of the Year at his other job, at his real job, and we're wishing him all the best and all that. So.
Yep.
He got a promotion now. He's stepping. He's going to the next level.
Creed? Say what's up to the people. You gonna bark? Nope. All right, cool. But nah, man. We appreciate. Nah, he's not. That's Nick.
I appreciate you coming through, Nick.
All good, man. Appreciate you. All right, PhD. Shout out to you.
All right. Same to you, Nick.
All right.
PhD, you got any final comments to wrap up this wonderful, horrific, and very proud weekend? I don't know how you describe the last 24 hours. It's been mad.
It's been a roller coaster.
You had to drive.
I had to drive. I have to say, it was not as that 2.5 hours or whatever, 2 hours 20 was not as bad as I thought.
Because you drove. It took you an hour and a half. You had your foot on 95. I know you, heavy foot Illinois person. You're Illinois driver.
I was good though today. I was good on this Sunday. No,
Uh,
it was it's been an interesting 24 hours. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch the game. I was there, so I don't even know
right.
if I need to watch it again just to do an assessment. I saw what I
That game?
saw.
No. Burn the
Yeah,
film. Nope.
no, I
You
saw what
learn
I
nothing there.
saw. Yeah, it was very clear, what happened yesterday. We have how many days? 12 days until we
12,
play.
13 days. In
Uh-huh.
Norman, Oklahoma.
In Norman. If we can get, I don't know what this, what the situation of Jam's, injury is, or Cuevas and Overton,
Now,
but
what did Jam? I'll find out by Tuesday. I should hear something official, but I don't know if he's
yeah,
coming back. Is he able to come back? Unless he got a hyperextended knee. I think he's kind of
I don't know. I didn't even know. I mean, I had a feeling he wasn't gonna play yesterday, but Armand had told me he wasn't playing, before. Yeah. So
wow.
I don't know how extensive, his injury is. Like I say, he had crutches last week. So and he was in a boot.
Right.
So I'm not sure. But you know what? They have to practice and prepare for if he's not able to. If we,
Right.
if we keep if Cuevas and was it Overton, if they just have to practice around that. And Ty, I'm for Ty. Ty's a good quarterback, but there's
Right.
certain things he has to work on.
I thought
And
just put him in the third quarter, even for a couple of series, just to see,
what he
wouldn't have
could
been
have
that
done.
bad. Or putting Austin Mack in for because I
Yeah.
mean that guy's been with the board since he left high school as a junior.
Yeah.
So he's been with the board since, and Ryan Grubb really since he's 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So all he knows about college ball, I mean, I learned by sitting and watching. Maybe this guy learned something by being under Michael Penix and being under Ty, just to maybe to give a spark.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't mean you start the next game, but if he had given a spark, if he came out in that third quarter, and all of a sudden in the third quarter we have 14 points, do you pull him? Or you just go back, if you don't do anything, just put Ty back in and say, you got it now. I mean, because it's about the team. Ty's a team person, clearly.
Yeah, I just wonder what it would have. I mean, we can't go back. It is what it is. But
Right.
if Ty sat out a couple of plays, how that might have got in his head and said, oh, okay, maybe I have to tighten up and be better. I don't know.
Or put Austin Mack in the fourth when we know it was over.
Well, that's
You know
true
what I'm saying?
too.
Like just to see, because if you get your like I don't know, Ty goes to a camp and works with a quarterback coach or something, and next thing you know, he's in the draft. They said we're going to draft you. You're a second rounder. Maybe that's good enough for him because I've been in Tuscaloosa for 5 years, so that's fine. Let me go in the draft, and he's gone. Then you get to test out this young man, and he's been around a while against a great defense in the fourth quarter where he can play loose. Like, hey, dude, we think you can give us a spark. We want to see what you got. Give him a couple series or let him finish the whole quarter, because you never know. He could be the starter next year. Could be. Because
I ride and die with my Tide. I don't give up on them. But I do, how I'm hard. You know how I take my Alabama football seriously. And yesterday really took a lot out of me. I woke up this morning, it was like, dang, I don't think I've felt like that in a long time. It really did take a lot out of me. But we're in, we're the day after. So it's time to, move forward, and we got to just get ready for revenge on Oklahoma and take it back.
Revenge is the right word. Well, PhD, I'm gonna get out of here and shut this thing down. I appreciate you coming through.
Fun. This was fun.
I know it's addictive once you get out here. So we definitely gonna have you on again. It's been
I can't be caught up now just because the semester's over. I'm gonna have more time on my hands. But we have to do this again, though.
You are free to. Hey, you see me live. You are feel free to drop in or just send me a text and say, I got. If you got time, just tell me, send you a link, and I'll send the link directly to you. I appreciate you coming on. I know it was short notice, but I'm just thank you for giving us your insight from being on the spot last night. And Armand and Slugged Up Durkin came in there. Rooster Huggy Beard came through. Justin, I gotta reach out to Justin and see if I can get with him. It's been a really, really good show. It's one of the most interactive shows I've ever done because I never really sent the link out before. But it was a lot of fun. Matthew didn't come through, but Matthew got. I don't know who he's representing, but he don't like the Crimson Tide. I don't know how anybody don't like the Crimson Tide. Now here I am. Pittsburgh is starting to lose now. I think. Oh no, he dropped the ball. Yeah, he dropped the ball. So and then we had Matthew and definitely DC who came through as well. This has been an awesome show, but we're gonna let you go, PhD. We will do this again soon.
Absolutely. All right, roll tide.
Roll tide, folks. Going through this chat, Latoya Billingsley 883. Roll tide to you. Glad you came through. Slug Durkin. We on two different sides of a rivalry, but I don't mind coming over the top to support, bro. Thank you very, very much for coming through, folks. This has been a blast. It's been a blast because I mean, last night was rough. I'm just glad that I started oiling myself up, if you know what I mean. Way before kickoff, because I was expecting a loss, to be honest. I thought we can win by 3, but not more than 3. But I was expecting a loss, and I don't take losses well either. So I was good and oiled up going into the SEC championship because I was like, hey, if Nick Saban lost his SEC championship trip in his second season, then why would I expect the boy to be different? We're just getting ready to go to the next level. But man, I thank y'all for coming through. I watched it. They put belt to ass as the young folks say, and it is what it is. Yes, please hit that like button, folks. I am live every Tuesday. My show is called Around the Herd, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. If you live in the mountain or the Pacific, you're going to have to go to Google and find out what time that is because I get confused. But I'm there all the time doing my thing, keeping it real for the Tide. And folks, I just really appreciate it. But as I always in my shows, thank God for letting me do this. But always remember, roll, Tide, roll.